It all started with a promise. Dutch van der Linde, the gang's enigmatic leader, had always been a man of grand visions. For years he preached freedom from civilization's grasp, rallying his followers with dreams of a utopia funded by big, lucrative scores. Blackwater was supposed to be the final act, the score that would allow the gang to leave their criminal lives behind. We get this done, and we are free. No more running, no more hiding. We'll build something better.
The target was a ferry docked in Blackwater, loaded with bonds, gold, and enough cash to change their lives forever. It wasn't just a heist, it was an escape plan. But pulling off a job this big came with immense risk.
The plan was ambitious. The gang would infiltrate Blackwater under the cover of darkness. They would board the ferry, neutralize the guards, and make off with the loot before anyone knew what happened. But even in the planning stages, tensions were brewing.
The gang arrived in Blackwater on the fateful day. The town was bustling as usual, with no sign of the storm about to hit. Dutch and Micah led the charge, while Arthur, Javier Squaya, and others provided backup. The ferry was loaded just as they had planned, but something was off.
The job felt wrong from the start. Too many unknowns, too many chances for things to go south. But we trusted Dutch.
No one knows exactly what triggered the massacre. Some say the law was tipped off. Others blame Micah for being too reckless. What is clear is that the heist quickly spiraled out of control. Gunshots echoed across the harbor as the gang found themselves surrounded by law enforcement.
In the midst of the chaos, Dutch made a decision that would haunt the gang forever. He killed a young woman, Heidi McCourt, in what many believe was a moment of blind panic. Her death would solidify the gang's reputation as ruthless criminals and seal their fate as wanted fugitives.
With the law closing in, Dutch ordered the gang to retreat. They left behind not only the money, but also the bodies of their fallen comrades. It was a devastating loss, both financially and morally. The gang fled north, seeking refuge in the snowy mountains of Amberino. Exhausted and broken, they began to realize just how far they had fallen.
The Blackwater Massacre marked the beginning of the end for the van der Linde gang. What was meant to be their greatest triumph became their greatest failure, exposing cracks in their loyalty and trust. It was a moment that would haunt Arthur Morgan, John Marston, and the rest of the gang for the rest of their lives.